नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। Myself, Dr. Gaurav Gupta, Assistant Professor, Department of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology, Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. In today's practical session, we are going to discuss incidents of drowning. In a newspaper, there was a case that was reported of drowning, where a child got drowned due to the negligence of local bodies in a eco park. So we'll discuss about drowning. So drowning is a form of asphyxial death due to aspiration of fluid into the air passage by submersion of the body in water or fluid medium. Complete submersion is not necessary. Only submersion of nose or mouth is enough to cause the death. Classification. It is of four types: wet drowning, that is primary drowning; dry drowning; secondary drowning; and immersion syndrome. It is again classified as typical and atypical drowning. Typical drowning is explained by obstruction of air passage and lungs by inhalation of fluid and is known as wet drowning. Typical signs of drowning are found at autopsy, while atypical drowning is a condition in which there is very little or no inhalation of water or fluid in the air passage. It is a condition of dry drowning or immersion syndrome or submersion of the unconscious. Typical drowning can be freshwater drowning or saltwater drowning. Freshwater drowning, where water crosses where a person gets drowned in the fresh river water or pond water or in a well or a borewell. Here the water crosses the alveolar membrane into the circulation and it produces marked hypervolemia. Red cells swells up or burst, hemolysis, liberation of potassium occurs. Circulation will suffer 50% dilution within 2 to 3 minutes. The heart is submitted to the insult of anoxia, hypervolemia, potassium excess, and sodium deficit. Ventricular fibrillation due to anoxia and potassium excess occurs within 4 to 5 minutes. Saltwater drowning. Here, marked hypertonicity of the inhaled water causes loss of fluid from circulation into the lungs, culminating pulmonary edema and progressive hypovolemia. Circulatory shock and cardiac arrest occurs. Atypical drowning or dry drowning. Here there is intense laryngeal spasm due to entry of water into nasopharynx and larynx. Here very little water enters in the lungs. This one is the best case for resuscitation as the amount entered in the lungs is very little. Immersion syndrome due to sudden impact with very cold water and it causes death from cardiac arrest. Victims are young people with excess of alcohol usually. It also results from falling or diving with feet or duck diving by the inexperienced swimmers. Loss of consciousness instantaneously and death occurs within few minutes. Autopsy discloses none of the usual signs of drowning. Submersion of the unconscious, commonly seen if the victim is suffering from disease like epilepsy, heart disease, and is drunk or had a head injury during fall. There is ballooning of the lungs may be absent. Formation of the foam may be negligible. Complete picture of death by drowning is not found in this case. Secondary drowning or near drowning, another type of atypical drowning. It is mainly due to infection from inhalation of contaminated water, lung complications, oxygen lack, tired heart vessels, and cerebral edema. In this case, victim looks alert and breathing, may respond to initial resuscitation. In late stage, respiratory distress, hypotension, and cardiac arrhythmia may cause death. There is a vicious cycle of drowning where water enters in respiratory passage and it causes cuff reflex. This cuff reflex causes the movement of air from the lungs to the outside. So the person needs more air to inhale, and in this case of inhalation, there is a deep inspiration and again water enters into respiratory passage. So this cycles continue in drowning. Fatal period. Death usually occurs in 4 to 5 minutes of complete submersion in fresh water and 8 to 10 minutes in seawater. Treatment. Artificial respiration and closed chest cardiac compression should be started immediately. In freshwater drowning, an external defibrillator should be applied to the chest and the electrolyte balance should be restored. In seawater drowning, administration of oxygen and correction of hemoconcentration by infusion of hypoto- hypotonic fluids. The mouth and nostrils should be clean. Air passages should be kept clear. The body should be wrapped in warm blankets and stimulants should be given. Direct mouth-to-mouth or direct mouth-to-nose breathing are the best method for artificial respiration. Medico-legal aspect. Whether the death was due to the drowning or other causes, length of the time the body was in water, whether it was accidental or suicidal or homicidal. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.